started recording, but we can.
Oh, grand. Well, so I'm talking about a meme based on my, like, I wouldn't say affinity, but I do think that Chet Hanks is very funny. And it's from a Facebook group. I did come across this on my actual Facebook. And it's, the group is called I Hate.
Group?
Yes, the group is called I Hate Stuart Little. And the post says...
That's what was targeted to you?
Me think me guan take Stuart Little life. And then the first comment says, Bombo blood clot him a bad mouse. So, just in case you were wondering, Bombo clad him a bad mouse.
Well, howdy, welcome back to Where Past Me's Play. Chet Hanks would have loved that.
Chet Hanks would have loved the I Hate Stuart Little me think me guan take Stuart Little life meme. So that's about on that. Hi, how's everyone doing?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Well, I don't know about you, but it's 9:47 a.m. and I've been up since 6:30 because I went for a run. So,
oh. Wow.
So I don't know if you noticed I texted you pretty early. It's because I had to get up for my run.
I thought it was because we didn't establish a time tomorrow or for yesterday. So then you were waking up at 6:30 to make sure you could go back to sleep. Which
close. No, I'm an athlete, so I had to get up for my job. My job, which is run.
My job is run. Yeah, No, congratulations. What stage of the Couch to 5K are you on now?
We are up to 5-minute running intervals.
Oh, hell yeah.
Was today my second interval today, though, did get interrupted by a turtle crossing the road that I had to pet. Which messed up my tempo a bit, but I think it was worth it because turtle pets.
Because turtle pets, obviously. Oh, I want sorry, that for some reason reminded me. I've got several series of unfortunate events to share with you today. But what?
Do tell.
You were like, I have so much to brag about. I was like,
not to brag, but I ran and I made a killer breakfast.
Yeah, that's incredible. Like, I'm so happy for you. I have absolutely nothing to brag about except for that I found this. I found this sea urchin.
Oh,
like
that's
shell,
so pretty.
I guess.
He's little
exoskeleton.
Guy. Yeah,
on the beach, and it's completely whole, and it's green, and it's got cool little spikes on it. Wow. Yeah. So that was
a new trinket.
That's my show and tell. My trinket. Yes. That came from a very this is the one bright spot of a series of unfortunate events that unfolded 2 weekends ago, wherein Ashin and I decided to walk from this town called Chilchase to a city called Castellón de la Plana. Now, you may be thinking, how hard could that be? And let me tell you, it was harder than I expected it to be.
I mean, in the context of here, the idea of walking from one town to another sounds impossible. Because we don't have the infrastructure that allows for that. So,
well, it turns out that a lot of Spain
doesn't sound that easy. Oh, okay, cool.
So basically, what we did was we walked, I think, 18 kilometers. So that's just over 10 miles, about 12 miles, from Chilchase to this town called Buriana, and we stayed the night in a tiny hotel in Buriana, and then we walked from Buriana to Castellón the next day, which was, I think, about technically 14 miles. So yeah, the first day, I mean, spirits were not high. Definitely spirits were not high. The first thing that we had to walk was the highway. So we had to walk from the train station to the highway, to the beach, where we were going to walk up the coast, along the coast, but we had to get to the coast first. And to get to the coast, we had to walk on the shoulder of the highway. So that that was, I mean, it was super not an auspicious start, and it went downhill from there. So we walked to Buriana. We got to Buriana. It was fine. It was really hot, but we were fine. And we, like, after like an hour of like resting and having a shower and whatever, we were fine. And then, you know, went out to dinner, had a nice little night, had a couple of drinks, had some ice cream. It was all good. We woke up high spirits the next morning because we're like, oh, we're going to get out earlier. It's going to be fine. We'll be done by the time that it gets really hot in the afternoon.
By the way, interstate walking.
Oh, this is the beginning of the story. Hold your horses. Okay. This is the beginning of the story.
Day one wasn't even the series of unfortunate events.
Day one, there was not even an unfortunate event to be told. We got up in the morning. We were like, oh, it'll be fine. This is like a bit of a longer walk, but because we're starting earlier, we'll be done by like 1:30 in the afternoon. And like, mind you, the high both days was around 90 degrees. So hot. And so we start walking and we're like, oh, this is nice. Like, we're walking on the promenade, like from Buriana to like Castellon. This will be easy, grand, whatever. So we get to the end of the path. And then we're like, oh, so it seems to only be rock beaches from here on out. Right. So then we continued for, I would say, no less than 5 miles on rock beaches, which is very hard to walk in. And it took a lot longer than walking on a road.
I mean, your foot's just slipping and sliding in on all the rocks. That's like worse than I feel like a sand beach would be.
Yep. I 100% agree after experiencing this. And so we get to the end of the rock beach and we're like, fine, great. We are on a actual pedestrian path now, but it is 12:30 in the afternoon and the sun is blazing down and we are probably going to die of heat exposure. So that was all well and good until we got to the end of that. And then we had to go around an oil refinery to get to the end of the walk.
Oh, fun. Scenic.
So, yeah, scenic. Really
smells
fun.
Good, I bet.
Smelled weird. Smelled really strange. And it was also, by the way, hot. And we got to the end of the oil refinery.
Walk around an oil refinery.
Yeah, really just lovely
just girly
scenes here in Spain. So we get to the end of the oil refinery, and I'm like, oh, okay, thank God that's done. And then we get to the highway. So we start walking on the shoulder of the highway, and we're walking stupidly the way that the cars are coming behind us, so we can't hear them until they're swerving around us, and they don't swerve until it seems like it's going to be a little too late.
Yeah, right.
So then I start having a full-on panic attack at 3 in the afternoon.
I figured that part was gonna come.
Yeah. We stopped in the shade. There was a lot of stray cats. They were very cute. They were really freaked out why I was like hyperventilating. And Ashin was like, look, bless him. He was trying his best. He was like, he goes, the cats want you to keep going. The cats want you to feel better. I was like, the cats don't care. The cats don't care at all. What do you mean?
Cats don't give a shit.
That's literally, I think, verbatim what I said. I said, I know cats and they do not give one flying fuck how well I do right now. So
he was trying.
He was trying. And ended up, we were done with the walk in about 30 minutes after that. But then we got Burger King, which was a massive mistake, but it was the only restaurant open in Castellon on a Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock. And so we did that. And then we got the train home and we both were like, oh, I feel weird, to the point where we didn't have dinner. And then the next day we felt even weirder. And then Tuesday was even weirder. And we figured out that we probably had heat exhaustion because like we just didn't feel right, basically. Like,
yeah.
It wasn't that we felt like horrible or anything or like sick, but we just both were like so fatigued. Yeah. So that was the end of that. And
Damn.
and then I got and then we can cut this out.
We cut a bit out and we're back. So how was Cambrils?
Cambrils was good. Yeah, we didn't really do much. We went to the beach and we drank and we ate. That was it, to be honest, which was quite nice after like not having, like, again, as in like we left for that trip, the 2-day walk. We left on a Saturday morning and we didn't get back until like 8:30 on Sunday night. So we basically didn't have a weekend. and then had to go back to work. So having Cambrils was nice to just like kind of do nothing. And then I've done absolutely nothing this week, except for the fact that I started Wegovy, which is, it's...
How's that going?
Well, okay, so the part that I was most scared about, which was injecting myself, was fine, actually. It's very easy, very intuitive to do. But the side effects are a little weird. So basically I don't think about food at all. It's really strange and hard to describe to someone who is not on the medication, but basically you just don't.
It's kind of like what it's like with Adderall.
Kind of, yeah. It's similar, I would imagine, because basically you what the medication does, which is what I'm taking it for, to like basically, I want to lose a bit of weight. It's not like a big deal, but I've been trying to do it for 6 months and I haven't been able to lose anything naturally. And I'm getting more muscular and that's great. And I'm getting stronger, but I just want my body to like feel a bit better. And like, if I'm going on these really long walks, like it would just make me feel better ultimately if I like lost a few pounds, like while I'm like walking 20 miles. So, that's what I'm using it for. And what the medication actually does is that it slows down when food leaves your stomach. So like it basically just makes you fuller for longer. Okay. But you don't like, I'm not hungry. It's really strange. Like even when I'm like cooking food or like preparing food, it doesn't sound good to me in that moment. But then once I start eating, I'm like, oh, this is good. I'll eat this.
Yeah. Like, no, that's what it feels like with Adderall, which has been helpful for me because I have a ton of food noise in my head normally.
Of course, yeah. I didn't realize it's been great for getting rid of that.
But then sometimes it's like Aiden has to plan the dinners, or sometimes he has to literally put food in front of me
so that you'll
get me to eat it. Yeah. I'll eat Lunchables. I can get myself to eat a Lunchable, and those have not a horrible amount. Like they have like 18 grams of protein in them. Some of them
That's pretty good.
I mean, the pizza ones. The pizza ones. Yeah. I love a pizza Lunchable.
Honestly, dude, like anything that gets you to like eat
I'm eating and it's not fiber. And I like the little turkey and cracker plates. Sometimes I'll get the like Hillshire Farms version of those.
Nice
call them adult Lunchables, but
obviously, yes.
I like the regular ones. The Hillshire Farms ones just don't come with a Capri Sun and a Reese's cup.
They just don't.
And I need that.
I do feel like that's a strike in their favor. In Lunchable's favor.
I need my Capri Sun.
I need my big Capri Sun. Big.
Addie found, when we were cleaning out her classroom, she had a bunch of extra. She found a box of Capri Sun and a box of Kool-Aid Jammers.
Oh my god!
And of course, we were the first ones she thought of to offer it to.
Obviously,
we were in the classroom helping her clean up. Is probably part of that. But they're all gone. I thought about making big Capri Sun with the Capri Suns, but we definitely drank all the Kool-Aid Jammers first because. Obviously.
Why wouldn't you? Is it the Kool-Aid Jammers with like the twist off top?
No, it was the Kool-Aid Jammers that pouches. Are in like the Capri Sun pouches. Yeah,
right.
I also saw that Capri Sun doesn't. I think their lawsuit or whatever was up because the bottoms aren't clear anymore. Remember when we were kids and they had to make the bottoms all clear because someone found a finger in their Capri Sun?
Yes. Oh my god, I remember that.
They're not clear anymore, so there could be fingers all up in that.
Crazy recovered memory that is.
Yeah.
How the hell did someone get their finger into it?
I don't remember if it was actually a finger or not. That would be kind of hard. There was a reason though, or maybe it was mold. I think there was like mold or something growing in it.
Been mold.
And so they put the clear bottom finger, so you could see. One and the same.
One of the same. Yeah, but basically that's how Wegovy works. Oh, it also makes you so thirsty. I don't know if Adderall does that to you.
Oh.
But it makes you so thirsty. No, I don't
drink enough I do pee a lot.
I drink so much water and it's like it feels like it's still not enough.
That honestly and then I need that part of it.
Yeah.
Because I do not. I am chronically dehydrated.
It's rough. But then drink some water. Yeah, why not? I've got my glass of water today because it's really freaking hot. Oh, just another thing is that there's a heat wave in Europe right now.
Great. Fun.
It's really hot. So basically we've been inside in like our cave because you have to like basically the thought process goes that you open all the windows at night whenever it's cooler. And then in the morning when you get up, you close everything and close all the curtains and everything. And so
okay.
It's us in our tiny box.
So fun.
Yeah. But anyways.
It was really hot yesterday. Yesterday was Pride. So I did a walk of my own, a pilgrimage, you could say, from Dixon down to the Ramble and back up. All up and down Dixon. We didn't actually stay for the parade. We went early and...
Wait, is there like stalls and stuff on Dixon then? Or?
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of different bars. So Pretty Good Neighbors, who they set up in the Puritan Breezeway and they just sell like local stuff that people make in Fayetteville.
Oh, that's cool.
And I got a shirt from them. And then there were a bunch of different craft booths set up by Kingfish, nice. The Dixon Street bookstore area. And then there was a bunch of stuff at that big parking lot on Dixon that is now called the Ramble because it's been turned into a park. There's a ton of booths around there, and that's where the big stage was. It's by across from the Walton Arts Center.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
next to it, where it was a big parking lot. That's a park.
It's a park now?
Yeah, the Ramble, the lower Ramble,
oh.
Or the upper Ramble. There's gonna be 2 Rambles. I don't know where the second one's gonna be, and I don't know if the one that we were on is the upper or the lower. I've just been calling it the Ramble.
Right. That's why. Yeah. That's why they built that parking garage on West.
Yes,
presumably.
Oh, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's fun.
Yeah, there was a big stage set up there and
nice.
A ton of booths. I spent far too much money, of course.
As you were wont to do.
What else are you going to do? Hey, I'm supporting local. I'm supporting gay. I love gay.
Yeah. I'm supporting gay.
And then
so
today, when I was running and then I went and ran a couple errands and got coffee, but I'm so productive because I'm a runner. I forgot where I was going with that. Something I was doing today.
Running errands. Yeah.
Yeah. And it had something to do with yesterday.
Something to do with Pride and buying local.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I don't know. I lost it.
That's okay.
But yeah, Pride was fun. And I guess cool. I did something today that related to that. I don't know what I was. Oh, yeah. I was listening to And That's Why We Drink. I'm back.
There it is.
It was an episode and Christine was talking about, they were talking about Christine was wearing like a boxy muscle tank shirt.
Yeah.
And then they were talking about the clothes of sexual
muscle tank.
Yeah. And yesterday I would listen to that today and they were talking about how gay it was, and my outfit to Pride yesterday was a muscle tank with loons on it.
With loons on it.
It had loons on it.
Right.
I love loons. And it was hot outside, but I didn't want to wear a tight tank top, so I just put my loon shirt on.
Why would you ever?
And then I had my black shorts and then my little flag tied to my belt loop. No. I didn't even have Aiden with me and I didn't get hit on.
Not even with
Isn't that kind of annoying? In my defense, think women are really pretty and I'm afraid to talk to them. So I really only conversed with the gay men.
That's fair, honestly. The ones that are less intimidating.
Yeah. I was,
to be honest,
maybe a peak moment in my life. We went up to the Fossil Cove tent to get some beer, and she was like, I recognize you, and gave me the wristband. And I have always wanted to establish myself at Fossil Cove. And they might not know my name yet, but they recognize me. She's that's all I need.
I've seen you.
And I had sunglasses on too. I wasn't even like, yeah.
God. I miss living in Fayetteville sometimes. I'm like, wow.
I love it here. Things like that, like Pride, just really make me love it here a lot. I made some friends from Oklahoma. I was Macy or Sarah had stopped one of them to talk about how much they liked their outfit, because they were dressed like a bedazzled like a colonial fit, like it was pink sparkly, but like you would have loved it. They had like, oh my God, gold sparkly loafers. It was incredible. But Macy, I think, stopped to compliment their outfit once again. This was the second time we had seen this person. And I overheard their group were talking about being from Oklahoma. And I said, I heard Oklahoma. I'm from Tulsa. And then one of them was from Broken Arrow. One of them was from, I think, Veneta. Yeah. But I was like, well, Oklahoma Pride. And then I was like, and we all were like, and then I said, Pride in spite of Oklahoma. And they were like, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So that was great. I made some friends.
The Arkies and the Okies, as Pop would say.
Yeah. It was fun. I love.
I've never been. Well, no,
right
that's
now. I'm
that's
just watching him drive around. This is very distracting.
He's playing what?
Forza. Oh, he won his race, I think.
Oh, nice.
Finished first. Hell yeah. Good job. He doesn't know I'm paying attention to
He's
him
like,
at all.
What? I would like to play that game. I think we're going to buy It Takes Two.
Good job. You won.
Actually.
You saw me. I've been watching you play and giving Maddie play-by-plays.
I'm going to spy. Hold on.
Is that a Mountain Dew car?
Austin's playing LOL.
Austin's playing LOL.
League of Legends, as I...
League of Legends. Oh, that's the one that Chris used to stay up all night playing with his friends.
Yeah,
they
that
would
seems
set
to
up
be
all their computers in the dining room, and
that seems to be a trait of boys who play League of Legends.
Okay. Whoa, my coworker's friend sent a picture of a baby falcon.
Whoa.
That they saw just in the middle of Philadelphia. Look at this baby falcon.
Oh, look at its eyes.
Isn't that nice? It got a big ol' eye. It's like, excuse me. Why are you looking at me?
Pardon. That looks very close.
Ugh, I want to see a baby falcon.
Anyways, any other updates that we have? We're going to be doing once a month episodes.
Yeah, we won't be back until August 28th-ish.
Yeah.
Whenever end of August.
Oh, are we not doing one in July? No.
Oh, wait, we are doing one in July. Sorry. Yeah.
We're doing one in July?
We have a end of July, and I think July 26th and August 23rd.
Yeah, so a month from now, and then a month from then.
Or whatever. And then the Wednesdays after those days.
Yeah. I have to go walk 1,000 miles. No, 100.
I would walk 500 miles, and
that's what I was thinking of.
Walk 500.
Because I've been watching Dairy Girls again. And that's have you watched Dairy Girls before?
No, you've told me I need to. I've watched parts of it. I keep forgetting to go back to it. I've been in my Chicago shows. I finished Chicago Fire, so now I'm going through Chicago Med. And you know, the thing about that is a lot of the firefighters that I loved that have died make appearances in Chicago Med.
Yeah.
Because it's like older seasons before they're dead.
Yeah.
And now I'm terrified because I think there's going to be a point where I'm going to have to watch one of them die again because I think they die in the hospital.
Well,
I could be wrong. No, I think they all die in fires. Otis died in a fire. He was my favorite. I just saw him on the show most recently is what made me think of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm Chicago Fire, and the next is Chicago PD. I don't know if I'll do that one. We'll see.
Yeah. To be fair, we also watched an episode of the first episode of Law and Order SVU yesterday.
Nice.
Oh my god.
There are some crossovers there too.
Are there?
There was an episode of Chicago Fire where Olivia, right? Yes. Where she talks to one of the cops from Chicago PD, but it's in an episode of Chicago Fire. They're all together. It's a big family. That's why I think I need to watch Chicago PD, because I think there's like lore from other episodes of the other shows that I'm
sure that there is, yeah. Also, it'll be like
maybe I'll get to see more of my dead friends again.
Yeah, that. Yeah, we watched the first episode of SVU, and I realized like I have a pretty intense crush on young Olivia Benson. So Mariska Hargitay is one of the most beautiful women to ever exist. So there's that. I was like, oh my god, she's very young and very pretty.
That's one I've never really ventured into.
They're really fascinating. There's also 2 NT7 seasons, so there's that.
All I do while I work is watch my shows.
I wouldn't try to watch all of them.
Speaking of my shows, we have someone to cyberbully.
Oh yeah, this bitch.
Someone on Love Island. I haven't watched the last couple of days, and I saw one picture today that makes me think there's a chance she either has gone home or is in trouble of going home, because the picture that I saw was of her match with someone else. But anywho, she said at one point, I love to be serenaded.
Let me clarify.
By
is
music.
British or American Love Island?
This is American Love Island is what's going on right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it's fucking nuts. I hate that I am watching it and I lose brain cells. Last weekend, I took the weekend off because I needed a fucking break to regenerate some growth up here.
Yeah.
And I came back and was trying to catch up on Monday. It took my entire work day to catch up on the show, and I felt exhausted by the end of the day, and then realized I didn't even get a break because there was another episode that night.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And I didn't watch Friday or last night, which means I'm gonna have to make up again.
It's on every single night. I can't.
And the thing is, nobody's forcing me to watch this show.
No one is holding a gun to your head, but I do understand the pressure. It does feel like, well, I lived with a bunch of girls whenever I watched Love Island, so that it kind of makes sense. Like,
I just don't understand. These people had to write love letters to their like match on the show, whoever they were with or whoever they wanted. And these girls were like, ugh, where's ChatGPT when I need it?
You can't write a love letter? Like, genuinely. This is like people who can't write emails.
Terrified. A woman who just graduated from nursing school is who said that.
Right.
Which, I mean, we all know she went on the show so that she didn't have to go become a nurse. But like, goddamn.
I mean, we're losing brain cells by the minute. That's no one's denying
Genuinely,
that.
I feel like I get dumber every single time I turn the show on. And so I'm like, all right, what I'm going to do here is psychoanalyze everybody so that I'm stimulating my brain while they're trying to make it worse.
Do you think the girl that said that she likes being serenaded, do you think that is a popular opinion?
Cannot imagine that it is. The idea of sitting and having someone play an instrument and sing at me, I would rather walk across the hot coals of a fire and lay down.
I would sooner
and
have
let
needles stabbed in my ears, to be completely honest with you. I would rather stick my finger in a little thing of acid and just watch it melt off the bone. Like, yeah, I would sooner fall down an elevator shaft. I genuinely, like, I cannot think of anything worse.
And here's the thing. At one point in my life, I played guitar and I would sing, but I didn't want anyone in the house when I was doing that.
Yeah, you know that I understand you. You know that I feel you.
Like, I don't practice now. I want to get my guitar out sometimes, but I don't want Aiden to. Like,
I don't.
The love of my life, my husband. He does not. Yeah. I don't want him to have to sit there and listen to no.
To be fair, I don't mind when Ashen plays the guitar. He's quite good at playing the guitar, so I don't mind him playing the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But if that were to ever come with, again, yes, fully 100%.
Yeah, I like to sing when I play the guitar, but I refuse to let anyone. I know I'm not that good. I just like doing it if I'm playing guitar.
Yeah.
And so that's going to happen when nobody is around to have to sit through it with me. Yeah. That's for me, myself, and I, and you're welcome.
Is that why I didn't take up a musical instrument ever? Because I was I just can't subject anyone to that. Anyways, yeah, so that girl is absolutely batshit nuts.
I love, and what sucks is she was my favorite on the island until that moment.
They always do something that will disappoint you, ultimately, I think.
You know what? Never meet your heroes, for real, so.
Never meet your heroes for real. Except for, okay, this is going to go down a tangent. So basically, do you know who Alton Brown is from the Food Network? Good Eats.
Maybe. Probably.
If you don't, that's okay. Basically, I've just been watching. He has a YouTube channel now, and I've been watching his YouTube channel because it's very comforting to me.
Oh, yeah. He looks familiar.
Yeah. He used to have a show called Good Eats where he kind of explained the science behind food as well, and why things work when you're cooking. And
cool.
Yeah. And now he has a YouTube channel where he's just basically insane and is not
incredible
all there anymore. And so him doing Mythical Kitchen videos or him doing binging with Babish videos really make me very, very happy now, because nice. My comfort, man. Everyone's meeting their hero, and their hero
Dave's
is
really into
cool.
binging with Babish. At least he used to be.
Binging with Babish. He's a good fella.
I also want to watch more good Mythical Kitchen. Mythical Kitchen, not good Mythical Kitchen.
Mythical Kitchen is fun, morning. To be fair.
I got Addie some Good Mythical Morning merch for her birthday. And I got myself some as well, because I was making an order. And I've been really wanting their merch that says I don't really know some things.
Yeah.
And so I got a little glass, those can-shaped glasses. We have a bunch of them. Yeah, I got one of those, and it says I don't really know some things. And I got Addie one too, and then I got her a shirt. I'm very excited about it.
I love glasses. I love can glasses. I wish we had some. They would be broken immediately.
They have such the perfect sipping.
Yeah. The sipping, the lip is real good. Yeah.
It's real good.
Yeah. I used my mom.
That lip, and then the a really thin wine glass. Love it. Love it.
You know how I feel about a thin wine glass.
I do know. You're the one who showed me the ways of a thin wine glass.
Dude,
it really is
you go to a nice restaurant, I will almost 9 times out of 10, I will get a glass of wine solely because I know that it's going to be in a nice wine glass.
Yeah.
So, I hear ya. Should we start on our stories?
I suppose we've only been talking
for into this. Yeah,
almost an hour. But also, how much of that is being
true.
Cut because we just
needed to.
Yeah,
I needed to tell someone what's going on in my brain so that I don't spontaneously combust, possibly rolling into a nervous breakdown. It's fine.
Yeah, the good news is my topic this week is very short.
So is mine.
We learned about the first half of it last time.
Oh yeah, of course, it's La Niña.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
So I guess quick recap of El Niño. That is when the ocean, the equatorial region of the Pacific Ocean warms up more than usual, and it causes more rain in the Eastern Pacific Ocean, less rain in the Western Pacific Ocean.
Okay.
Is what happens there. La Niña is the opposite. And that's all. That's my topic. The end.
And that's it.
Think reverse. And that's all.
And is there a super La Niña in anyone's future, or?
No! Because it doesn't exist!
That was a really big pause. I was like, oh God, I fucked up.
Don't worry, I'll be ranting about, I'll get back into my super El Nino rant at the end of this, because the La Nina part is pretty short. Yeah, we'll come back around to it. Cool. Since I didn't talk about it last time, how El Nino and La Nina got their name.
Oh yeah,
I've talked about like I've talked about it in a past episode where El Nino and La Nina came up, but I don't remember what episode it was, and it probably didn't need to be mentioned in that episode. I don't know. It was one of the ones where I went on too many tangents, which is most, if not all of them. I did better with El Nino, to be fair. I think I'm getting on the right track of keeping my scope small.
Yeah. I mean, I think doing that instead of a big topic is obviously it's
if
much
I would have tried to do these
history,
both last week, it would have been, I think, too much to digest. Anywho, where El Nino and La Nina got their name was in the 1600s. A South American fisherman noticed periods of unusually warm water in the Pacific Ocean. And because it peaks around Christmas time, it peaks in the winter. Well, winter in North Hemisphere. But I guess if it was in South America. And it's all, you know what?
The water crazy was warm. To think about that. Like,
yeah, because that really has me fucked
Christmas
up here.
Is in the summertime.
Yeah.
Like half of the world.
Yeah. Like they do barbecues in New Zealand.
Yeah, for Christmas. Not weird.
Wild. I think that would be really hard to get used to if we ever moved to New Zealand.
It would be.
You know, as if that's a realistic thing that we could do.
It is technically easier than moving to other places. So they have good work visas.
Yeah. It's really expensive to bring Toby there, though.
It's very expensive to do anything.
He could herd some sheep. He could herd some sheep pretty well, though, I bet.
Could move to Wales
or
as well.
He would,
might be less expensive.
He would become like a... Yeah, and would be closer to you.
Take him back to his roots.
Yeah.
He's a Welsh dog through and through, isn't he?
He really is. Anyway, La Nina.
Yes.
In the 1600s, a South American fisherman noticed periods of unusually warm water in the Pacific Ocean. And I think something about that made the fish move to spots where the water was colder, but that was like easier for them to access. It made fishing easier wherever the fish moved to in an El Nino in South America. Okay. It was what I read from one source that I was not able to find again after I lost it.
It's okay.
So I don't even think I wrote that down. But the full name they used was El Nino de Navidad. So the little boy of Christmas.
Yeah.
I did write that. I could not find the source, but I read somewhere in some place that the fish had to go to cooler areas that happened to be closer to access. So they were happy. They thought, yay, warm water. Jesus is sending these fish for us.
Oh my God, it's like Ricky Bobby, sweet little baby Jesus in a manger. Thank you so much for this KFC Domino's.
What I wrote was water warming because Jesus coming, I guess. Then it got cold and the world hates women, so they called that La Nina.
Right. I guess there's not really a sacred little baby girl to...
Yeah. So the cold water is a woman.
Just a woman.
Anywho, okay, let's talk about La Nina now. So La Nina happens when we get unusually cool ocean surface temperatures. And that makes the trade winds that are blowing across to the west more intense. And so they blow even more warm water west, which allows for even more upwelling in the east. So like with El Nino, we talked about how when the trade winds in the normal cycle, the trade winds blow the warm water west. And then that allows for the cool water on the east side of the Pacific Ocean to raise, and that's called upwelling. And that brings a lot of nutrient-rich water from deep in the ocean up to the surface. So with La Nina, that is more intensified. The upwelling is even more intensified because there's even more warm water being pushed away because the trade winds are so strong.
Maybe that's why it made it easier to fish, because the nutrient...
Yeah, but that was for El Nino. The extra nutrients in the water was...
At La Nina.
La
Would have been
Niña.
La Niña. Oh, weird. I don't know.
Weird, right? So that could have been a bullshit fact, and I couldn't find it anywhere else. So
I'm sure that's how that fact has been passed down through ages. So
sure, yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, with La Nina, we get even more warm water than usual being pushed to the west, where you have like Northern Australia, Asia, and then you're getting extra upwelling of cool, nutrient-rich water in the eastern side of the equatorial Pacific Ocean. La Nina events can last 1 to 3 years, whereas El Nino events don't usually last much longer than a year. So
yeah,
that's kind of interesting. They both tend to peak in the winter, but yeah, La Nina hangs out a little longer. Women, we have more endurance. What can you say?
More stamina.
Women, we're athletes. La Nina's an
just
athlete,
in case you didn't know, we are athletes. So
from couch to 5K, more like from 1 to 3 years. I don't know. That was a bad one. All right. So when you have your cold water on one side and your warm water on the other side, you're getting a lower than normal pressure in the Western Pacific, which is the opposite of what you experience with an El Nino. And that means more rain. So you're getting a greater than normal monsoon season in Southeast Asia, more rainfall in Australia. And that can help agriculture a lot. But it also brings lots of floods. It's the same pros and cons that happen in an El Nino, just on the opposite side of the Pacific Ocean. Yeah. And then so you get higher pressure than normal over the central and eastern Pacific, which means less clouds and rainfall and drier conditions in the west coast of tropical South America, so like Ecuador and Peru, and that can lead to periods of pretty intense drought. However, there is a bit of a plus here, because upwelling along the eastern Pacific, so your Ecuador, Peru, the California coast, even brings a lot of extra nutrients like plankton, and fish and crustaceans like to eat that plankton. And that brings in larger fish like sea bass, who like to eat the crustaceans.
Yeah.
And so it's great for catching larger fish.
Yeah.
And it also, the cold water brings more cold water species like salmon and squid. So like along the coast of California, if we're in a La Nina event, they're getting abundance of salmon and squid. So you get a little more, what you lack in rain, you make up for with fish, I'll say.
So yeah,
that's where I'll go with that.
It benefits a bit, like the fishing, but
yeah,
the crops aren't as good.
Yeah.
Understood.
But it's also interesting. So the polar jet stream, in an El Nino event, we talked about how it gets pushed down, so you get a wetter winter in the south and a drier winter in the north. It's the opposite with the La Nina. The jet stream gets pushed more northward, so you're having colder and wetter conditions than normal in like the Pacific Northwest and Canada, and then you're having a drier situation in the southern U.S. and like the Gulf of Mexico is not doing is drier and shit. Things that are connected but don't really touch the Pacific Ocean. In a La Nina event, you get an increase in rainfall over southern Africa, which I thought was interesting.
That's weird.
You get more rain, and this is all during different parts of the year.
The event.
And at certain times you'll have more rainfall in southern Africa, more rain in Brazil. So it's drier on like right on the Pacific coast of South America, but then you'll have rain in Brazil.
Right.
And it's weird that that's connected.
Okay.
Thought that was interesting.
That is interesting.
And there's also a more active Atlantic hurricane season in the Atlantic Ocean. So we did say in an El Nino, the good thing was that there's less hurricanes in the Atlantic Ocean, but in a La Nina, there's more.
There's more hurricanes.
It's tough.
Got it. Shit.
Yeah. Also, not all La Niñas and El Niños are the same. The effects of everything will vary. So this is all just based on patterns we've seen, but every weather event is different. You can't predict exactly how it's going to turn out. La Nina events are indicated by a temperature decrease of greater than 0.5 degree Celsius. It's kind of the same as how they determine an El Nino. It's just a decrease in temperature water by 0.5 degree for at least 5 successive 3-month seasons. And I'll tell you why that's so specific. I talked a little bit about how we measure that kind of temperature with the buoys last time. But I didn't really talk about the official process for the El Nino Southern Oscillation overall. So to predict if an El Nino is happening, they take measurements at a specific spot in the ocean called the Niño 3.4 region. So they calculate the sea surface temperature anomaly in the Niño 3.4 region, and then they compute that over a 3-month average, and that becomes what they call the Oceanic Niño Index. So basically they take a 3-month average of measurements, and then they look at that average over 5 successive months, and if there is a temperature decrease greater than 0.5 degree Celsius, then they determine that we're in La Nina for a decrease in temperature is La Nina. And that's called the ONI or the ONI. I called it the ONI. And then I also talked about how there's another measurement where they include measurements for like global warming. I looked up a little more information on that.
Okay.
So that is the RONI. And that measures relative warming, not just absolute warming. So that's basically, it'll help them determine if the warming event is part of the El Nino Southern Oscillation or if it's just due to general global ocean warming.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
So it gives a more specific and more accurate reading.
Yeah.
So they do both. Most common is the ONI, but there's also the RONI. We love the RONI.
The RONI.
You got your ONI and your RONI.
Is there a Tony?
Tony. Yeah, that's not how they measure it all. That's also all I have for La Nina because I'm going to get back into my El Nino updates now.
Okay, great.
And I did finally cave and comment on a fearmonger's TikTok.
Right. So this is where your viral comment
this actually is, unfortunately, this is not my viral comment, but thank you for reminding me of that because I will be talking about that. No, that actually had nothing to do with El Nino. I think Mac was the only person that liked my comment on this video.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Oh no, I got 6 likes.
So
I also plugged the podcast in this comment.
Hell yeah.
Basically,
maybe we'll get some listeners.
I came across another video of someone saying there's a super El Nino on the way. The NOAA just confirmed it. Like, it's a super El Nino. It's going to be really bad. And I heard super El Nino and I heard the NOAA in the same sentence and I said, fuck you. So I went.
There was a bell ringing in your. There was a distant ringing in your ear when you heard
smoke was coming out. Like my face was bright red. So I went to the NOAA website and said, I'm just gonna directly quote from them. I'll tell you what my comment was. I said, hey, so quote unquote super El Nino is not a scientific term. And then I quoted the NOAA from June 11th and said, NOAA's National Weather Service announced today, June 11th, that El Nino has developed in the tropical Pacific and issued an El Nino advisory. El Nino, the warm phase of the El Nino Southern Oscillation, is predicted to intensify to a moderate or strong level this fall. Forecasters predict a 63% chance of sea surface temperatures exceeding 2 degrees Celsius in the Nino monitored region of the Pacific. If this threshold is surpassed, NOAA considers the event a very strong El Nino. And then I said, if you want to learn more about El Nino events, check out episode 32 of the We're Past Meets Planet podcast. And then I said, or even 31. Better than listening to the podcast, go to the NOAA website. Always check the source. Please, I'm begging you.
Yeah. It was episode 31, but 32 is about it as well.
Oh,
so
shit.
Today is 32.
You know what? I thought I looked it up. Maybe I didn't. Whatever.
Pish posh. You gave your sources, and your sources weren't just trust me, bro. So
yeah, my follow-up source was go to the fucking NOAA website. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Go to the actual government website. Yes.
And so then when I was doing my La Niña research, I went to the World Meteorological Organization because I was like, you know what? You made a good point last time that I was looking at like the NOAA, which is a US based service. And so I went to the World Meteorological Organization, and one of the direct quotes on their website is the WMO does not use the term super El Nino or La Nina. So in your freaking face, white men on TikTok.
Let's be very clear here. We're not using that term.
Be very clear. Super is not a real term.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm yelling. Sorry.
It's okay. I also yell when I'm on the podcast.
So I said, still don't listen to anyone who says super El Nino. We are confirmed in an El Nino phase. Okay. Oh, I wrote a lot here. I really just ranted for an entire page.
Oh, God.
I'm just gonna say something. First of all, we're in a climate crisis right now. So if a strong El Nino event seems scary, it kind of, like I feel like last time I somewhat minimized while trying to just say the fear mongering is crazy. I think I minimized it a bit. An El Nino event, no matter how strong or weak it is gonna cause a lot of destruction. There's gonna be a lot of natural disasters, probably. It's like strong, unpredictable weather. But that is such a small part of the bigger picture of what's going on in the planet that you shouldn't be fear-mongering people about this event that's gonna like people shouldn't be scared. They should be prepared for what's gonna happen. In a fucking life straw on sale at Walmart, which was a comment that my comment has 6 likes. The Walmart now carries life straws for $10 has 131.4 thousand likes. So Antonio Gutierrez, who's the UN Secretary General, referred to an El Nino event as pouring fuel on the fire of a warming world. So, like, yes, an El Nino event is bad, but don't just be scared of the weather event. Zoom out and realize, oh, this is getting worse because of all these other factors. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it without, I don't want to minimize. I think the fearmongers are stupid. Don't listen to anyone saying it's a super El Nino. Yes, it's going to be a scary weather event, but it's not as scary as the climate crisis we're in. Like, it's just part of it. So it's
a part of a whole. And
like what I wrote here is probably not good, but I was like, I said, if you want to be scared of something, read the IPCC reports, which is the International Panel on Climate Change. But part of why, like, I just think zooming out is so important when you're trying to process information. Like, this weather event seems so unpredictable. Zoom out a bit. We've been experiencing weather events outside of an El Nino or La Nina pattern that are crazy and unpredictable for a long time. Zoom out again. Like, global water temperatures are rising on. Okay, zoom out again. Like, what are the largest contributors to these greenhouse gas emissions that the ocean is just swallowing up and warming because of? Like, you could zoom out and see the bigger picture of it. And be like, okay, I understand that this weather event is happening in 50 years if we get an El Nino, when like it's gonna be so much worse. So instead of just sitting behind your phone screen and being scared of what's happening, start getting prepared. Maybe do something. Maybe vote for people that want to do something. Like,
I also think it's important to decentralize the Western American experience on this, because at the end of the day, they sell life straws at Walmart. Okay, cool. It's not going to affect you. They don't sell those in Indonesia or
what I see happening in the United States is like the Texas power grid's not going to be able to handle the snow again like it wasn't able to last time. No. Ted Cruz is going to fly to the Caribbean, like
as he usually does. Yeah,
like
he's a harbinger of doom, Ted Cruz.
I think the existential kind of dread of where the planet is heading is very real, and I deal with that a lot. But fear-mongering about a weather event isn't doing anything to what are you trying to do? Make people scared that they're all gonna die, or create some sort of change of like, this event is gonna be probably worse than usual because the planet's warmer than you, like everything's getting intensified. So how about we start voting for people that actually give a shit? And like none of the people that are ranting about this event are giving any sort of guidelines on how to proceed.
The problem that I have with that is that like it's not altruistic. In fact, I do think it's not altruistic. It's kind of evil at the end of the day. Yeah. It's kind of insane to think, okay, like again, like you're saying, if we zoom out and look at what these people are doing, they are trying to make money off of the back of a horrible event. And that is wrong. Like you should not be doing that. Like
correct.
But they don't care, you know?
No,
like
they're that's and that drives me insane. So like if I had a meteorologist come on and say, hey, this is like, they're generalizing all of it. They're not saying what parts of, even if you are wanting to specifically report on what's going to happen in the US this winter, because that's when we'll experience effects of it. Like, they're not even saying that. They're not saying the southeast US will be more wet, whereas the northwestern US is going to be more dry. They're just saying that it's going to be hot and dry and but also floods and drought. Like, they're not giving any information other than saying a rage bait word. And then telling people they need to be prepared because it's going to be really bad. They're not doing anything that helps anyone.
And their purpose is not education. Like,
no, I think that just pisses me off so bad, especially when it comes to like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is just the most recent rage bait I've fallen for. Usually I can call it out. I'm like, that's just rage bait, but I cannot let this go. It's pissing me off so bad.
That's okay. I think like
you're scaring people for no reason, but also like it is not gonna be good. Like, it's gonna be bad, but there's no use. I need to stop. I'm going in circles, but I don't know.
Understand.
Anywho, that's El Nino and La Nina.
It's not gonna be as bad as everyone thinks, basically, but like it is going to be bad, but it's not.
If you think this is going to be bad, then look at the climate crisis we're in.
Exactly.
I guess.
It doesn't
do
exist
something.
in a vacuum.
Yeah. Like, this isn't a one-time event. And
no, it's not a one-time event. And it's also not an isolated event.
Predicting.
Like, not going to be the only time it happens.
This is a pattern that exists and has existed.
And it's getting worse because of the climate crisis. Yeah.
Yes. Well, all that to say, go get your $10 life straw at Walmart.
Anyways, if you want to use my code.
Anywho.
Like makes me want to
code Super El Nino 15 for 15% off at checkout.
Jesus. I mean, that kind of really displays what's wrong with like consumerism these days, is like the fact that a comment about Walmart has life straws gets
like that having likes. So many likes.
Yeah.
And then my comment being like, hey, so the NOA didn't actually say any of what you're saying in your video. Here's what they said as a direct quote. And I get 6 likes, and one of them is from Mac.
Yeah. It's because people use TikTok as like a source of news, which is absolutely batshit insane. I mean, do not use that as your only source. It's actually nuts.
I'm begging you.
Like, I'm begging you to find a reputable resource to like learn from.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, what are you doing? I just like look at the BBC once a week, probably. Because it's just
my go-to's been AP. AP, and
AP
I want to try.
Well.
I haven't used it much, but I have Ground News too.
Oh, I've heard
and they're cool because they'll share stuff from like you can see a news story about something that happens in the US, and you can see who's reporting on it in the US, but then also how other countries are reporting on it, and then they'll also give like bias checks and fact check. It's just really, it's a good source.
I watch like a few YouTubers who do ads for.
Yeah, I like Ground News.
And I think it's quite good.
I haven't looked at it as much as I usually just go on Associated Press.
Yeah, there's also several like YouTube channels where you can learn about things that are going on for free. I mean, people like post things and are not getting. I mean, even if you just want to like learn about the world, you know, like people are posting things all the time that is like are really. It's actually crazy. I know 2026 is an absolute hellhole, but like we do live in an age where it's free to get a lot of education, and I think that you should.
And not to say that you can't find credible people that are posting on like TikTok about things, but like vet the people. Like
yeah
what is their education? Are they don't just blindly believe someone telling you something on TikTok. If they have credibility, then sure. Like, I don't think there's everyone on the internet's lying, but if you like just look out, I don't know, media literacy period
is lost art in our country.
Need more of
our country or the world, to be honest. Oh, well, that was very good. Thank you.
That's La Niña. La Niña is the cold version. So
La Niña is the cold version.
Yeah. The cold El Nino. And also, once again, I am begging you to scroll past any video you see on social media of someone calling it a super El Nino.
Yeah. Better yet, if you can't handle things,
report it as misinformation. Plunge. I'm going to start doing that. Maybe that'll be my new hobby.
Yeah, you should do that. I also think if anyone is questioning
reporting super El Nino posters and raw milk sellers are my hobbies.
Yeah. Honestly though, like if you're also feeling overwhelmed, taking the plunge, and I know it feels a bit hard, which is a weird thing to say, but like taking the plunge and deleting it for a while and having a break is also a very valid way. Like the world is not going to end if you don't have Instagram. You know? So not to sound like a high and mighty person without social media, I literally got to the point of having a mental breakdown to delete it. But, you know, it is what it is. So anyways.
So anywho, that was my rant for today, and I'll stop. I did decide I think if we do the shared brain cell next, whatever my next solo topic is, I'm going to do some like good science happening around the world. Since I've talked a lot about bad stuff recently.
I do enjoy like the good news cycles as well. Like,
and there's a lot of it. Like I just
do that.
Yeah, I get stuck in the weeds of how our country is treating, our administration is treating science, and
well, so does everyone.
Forget to look at other countries that are doing really great things. So my next solo episode will be good things.
Hey,
all good science things.
Well, I mean, as I hurdle more towards, how do I say this, an emotional breakdown? Perhaps. Sure. Yes, you're familiar. No, and by the way, Mom, I'm fine. If you're listening to this, I'm fine. It's just,
Christy, we don't need a wellness check.
Sometimes I'm living on a bit of a razor's edge. So my topic last time was not serious, and it's also not serious this time. So
yay.
I just like, honestly, like, I asked Austin this week, I was like, so how depressing would it be if I did the Great Famine in Ireland? And he was like, that is not something people want to listen to. No offense. And I was like, none taken. Great.
Heard.
Interesting feedback. Heard.
Noted.
I mean, I'm reading a book about Ireland, which is why I was like, oh, maybe that could be interesting. And then I tried it out on one of the people I know, and he was like, no. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So basically, Oshin gave me this idea. Thanks. Okay. So thank you, Oshin, because he was like, oh, you know, the World Cup's on right now. Why don't you do something about the World Cup? And I said, I don't care enough. And he was like, right. He was like, okay. But then I was like, I don't have any idea, so fine, might as well look it up. And I found out that the World Cup was stolen twice. So, what? Yeah. So I was like,
heist?
I was like, turns out there's gossipy
I'm into it.
bits about it.
Turns out I'm into it.
Turns out there.
By the way,
I've been nothing to do with football.
I've been talking my coworkers, but FIFA's on the mind. And
obviously, since you're working with them.
And my coworker, that Amanda, she was our guest. She loves sports, doesn't get soccer. She's like, I don't like it. I don't get it. It's boring. I have no interest. And I'm like, that's interesting because it's really the only sport that I enjoy, but only with Oshin. Like, if he could fly here, then I might watch a match of the World Cup.
He is actually fun to watch soccer with because it's really fun when he gets
genuinely annoyed. Like, all of my coworkers know I will watch soccer if it's football. Sorry, if it's with Oshin and nobody else.
Because he is fun to watch. He is fun to watch soccer with, but he's also fun to watch other sports with because he asks questions, which I quite like, actually. Oh, as someone who knows things about sports.
See, that's the thing, is soccer is the only sport that I know the rules of.
Yeah, I don't know the rules. That
it's
is
like the
weird
guy, who's the dude everyone's talking about right now? He's like
Messi,
built like a refrigerator and runs like 30 miles an hour.
Is it the guy? Is it the man who plays?
I think
for Belgium?
Yes, tall, big blonde guy.
What's his name? Oh no! Sorry, you're talking about Erling Haaland. You're talking about Haaland. He's a really weird looking giant. Yeah,
I think so.
He's also like 3 years younger than us, which is crazy.
No,
he's really weird, which I really like about him.
Yeah. He's that
like,
guy.
Yeah, that's Erling Haaland. Yeah,
I watched him running across. Aiden showed me a video of them like showing his speed as he was running across the field, and I asked Aiden like, how does he not always get offsides? Like,
I know.
And Aiden noticed that he waits to take off until his other teammates have like gone far enough, and then he's like, okay, now I can go.
And then he shoots off.
Yeah.
Which is just crazy how fast he can run, even though he is legitimately like 6'7" or 6'8". Like, he's
like,
huge.
I need to know how long his strides are.
He looks so weird when he runs as well. Like, it's almost uncomfortable to watch.
Like, it
him
looks
run.
like how I'm running when I'm trying to run in my dreams but can't run fast enough.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, he looks how I feel, but he is running fast.
Yeah, exactly. He's such a weirdo. He's so weird. If you ever want to have a laugh, look at his Instagram. It is so weird. And like, so like, not as weird as it was a couple of years ago, but like, he's
gotten tamed. He's had PR training.
He's just, honestly, he never had media training. And so his early interviews and then his like,
he insured his hair for $100,000.
That's insane. I'm sorry. He did that.
Why do you insure? Is that like if someone cuts it off in your sleep, you can...
Is that true? Why would he insure his hair?
It seems to be a direct quote.
Well, it does seem like something he would say, but...
Yeah, the direct quote is, "I insured my hair for $100,000. You heard that right."
He does things for the bit, I think.
I love that. Me too.
Is kind of in it for the bit, which is I do like about him that. Quite a bit. My dad thinks that he's a Nazi, so there's that. My dad has this theory that because Erling Haaland's grandparents were actually affiliated with the Nazi party, that Erling Haaland is ergo a Nazi, even though he is 25 years old. So,
and that's pretty common here for kids to fall into their parents' mindset.
Well, yeah,
but also a Nazi.
I don't think Erling Haaland is a Nazi. He just doesn't strike me as he's far too eclectic, first of all.
Yeah, they don't like Nazis. Don't like bits.
They don't like it when people are like posting.
Nazis
literally, he posted about milk on his Instagram one time. It was. I
bet Nazis hate milk.
I bet Nazis absolutely hate milk.
I bet Nazis drink raw milk.
They probably do. In this day and age. But yeah, he's a funny guy. I actually quite enjoy him. Even though he's also like, disgustingly good at soccer. Like, it's really strange how good he is. Everyone's just a bit like taken aback by it, I think.
Yeah, Aiden keeps showing me like accidental goals.
Yeah.
That he makes.
He's insane. Crazy. But anyway, so basically, I don't care too much about the actual soccer element of the World Cup. Don't really have many. Like, I guess I could, like, I'm like casually voting or rooting for USA, but like, I don't really care if they win or not. So it's kind of like,
I don't think anyone is voting for the USA that I've been aware of. There was a whole. I saw a TikTok of this dude, and it was like Americans finding out that we have a team, and it's like we have a team. Who's am I on it? Am I on the? Who's on the team? Am I on the team? Like, none of us are in this. No one's rooting for the U.S.
Yeah.
If it was the women's, we would be, but
but to be fair, we're quite good this year. Like, not that good, but like, okay.
Who's on the team? Am I on the team?
Am I on the team? Who is the only person I know? I think Christian Pulisic is the only guy that I know on the team because he plays in the Premier League. There is a very small handful of Americans that play in the Premier League. So I do know a few of them. Nice. But yeah. I don't really have anyone else to root for because I don't really want to root for England.
We've been Aiden has been watching the Ecuador.
Oh games. Yeah, of course, yeah.
So that's been fun for him to watch.
That is fun
because
we also don't have allegiance to Spain in this household because my partner is Basque, and I think it would genuinely like go against his ethnic makeup to root for the Spanish national team.
Probably.
So there's that, but whatever, it's fine. One of our friends is actually his grandpa was Austrian and he has an Austrian passport. He's from Essex, but he's rooting for Austria, so we kind of subtly root for Austria as well.
Nice.
But anyways, so I'm not talking about soccer today. It's kind of about it, but not really. So here's where the story starts. In 1930, this guy, his name is Jules Rimet. I don't think I pronounced that right, but whatever. He's a French lawyer, and he was also an administrator for a football, like I guess what became FIFA. And he decided, you know what, it would be really cool and would bring people together if we had a World Cup, like if we had a football tournament where a bunch of people could come together and all these nations, it would be like a show of like political unity and like this kind of thing to play sports together. So he gathered 13 nations, and the first World Cup was in 1930.
It's my lucky number.
Yes, it is. And
you think he knew that?
Probably. In 1930. Yeah.
Oh no!
So, what have you done?
I pulled my needles too hard and I think I broke the seal.
Oh no. My Nito's seal is broken as well. It's like if you push too hard off of this corner,
does the juice come out?
Squish out. Yeah. It's really sticky.
I've heard that. Okay, sorry.
Sorry. Anyways, I got distracted too. So in 1930 in Montevideo, Uruguay, he brought together 13 nations, and that was the first World Cup. So he commissioned this prize, this trophy, for whenever for whoever won the first World Cup, and he presented this trophy to Uruguay, actually the host nation who won the cup. And it was commissioned by Rimet from a French artist who was named Abel Lafleur. And the trophy was based on the Nike of Samothrace monument, which is a Greek statue from the Louvre. And it depicted a winged goddess, and she was holding up an octagonal cup. So she had her little wings like this, and then she had behind her was the octagonal cup. And it was probably about like this tall. It wasn't like, well, if you can't see my hands, it was probably about 12. I think it was like a little over 12 inches, because I think it was about 30 centimeters or so. But it was a silver statuette plated in gold, and it was on a base of lapis lazuli, which I thought was quite cool.
Ooh.
So it was probably very, very pretty. I mean, from what we can see of the statue, it was very pretty, and quite small. And now my next bullet point says Nazi time, as if we haven't already talked about the Nazis. So
Nazi time.
There's usually not too much enthusiasm around this, but this time it's about one of their plans getting foiled. So I felt that the exclamation point was appropriate. So the statue was named Victory. And if you won the cup, you got to keep the trophy. Seems fair, seems understandable, right?
Sure does.
So in 1938, Italy won the cup for the second time in a row. So they won in 1934 and 1938. And the decision was made to, once they got the trophy back again, was made to put it into a bank vault in Rome. But about a year later, World War II started, and the Nazis came sniffing around Italy because they wanted the trophy. I don't know if you know this about the Nazis. They really liked stealing art. They really enjoyed a good, what would you call that? Robbery, like of famous museums. They love to go.
No,
it
because
wasn't
a
even
heist sounds cool.
They just
a heist would be
makes
cool,
it sound
Nazis
like
don't do cool things.
It also makes it sound illicit, which it kind of wasn't. They just would storm into places and steal all of the shit.
Okay.
And then keep it for their personal collections. So this was what their intention was. But the vice president of FIFA was Italian. His name was Ottorino Barassi. And he anticipated that the Nazis might like to have their hands on this trophy. So instead of keeping it in the bank vault, he smuggled it out of this vault and hid it under his bed in an old shoebox. And the Nazis, to be fair to them, did anticipate that people that FIFA would probably try and move the trophy, and so they busted into the SS busted into the home of Barassi's into Barassi's home, and they looked everywhere except for under the bed. So he
dumb losers.
I know.
Everyone knows to check under the bed.
I know.
That's where the monsters are.
Exactly. And where all the dust collects and all of the shit is just thrown inevitably. So so they didn't look under the bed, and it survived the war. So it was attempted to be stolen first. And Barassi gave it back to FIFA after the war was over. Because basically the World Cup was canceled in 1942 and 1946 because of the war, and then it started back up again in 1950.
Gotcha.
So now let's talk about the actual first heist. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So this is the one in 1966. Here's the scene. England is hosting the World Cup. So the Football Association, which is I will refer to as the FA, which is the English Football Association, they were in charge of the cup basically at this point because they were preparing to have it at the tournament that summer, and they got it in I think January of 1966. Also, quick side note: instead of the trophy being named Victory, it's now called the Jules Rimet Trophy. So there's that. It was kept at the FA. It was kept in the FA headquarters, but they would pretty much loan it out to anyone. Honestly, if they wanted it.
Hey, you want to borrow it? Sure.
Honestly, the case in point here is the Stampex convention, the Stampex exhibition. So there's this company, world renowned, according to the article I read, called the Stanley Gibbons Stamp Company, and they were holding an exhibition. Familiar. Oh yes, I'm sure you are.
I know Stamp.
If anyone knows Stamp, I know Stamp.
I've stamped.
They were holding an exhibition in the Westminster Central Hall, which is, fun fact, the largest Methodist church in London. This article was deeply detailed. So basically what happened was the Stanley Gibbons Stamp Company was like, hey, FA, we're having a stamp exhibition and we were wondering if we could borrow your trophy that has nothing to do with stamps for it.
They're like, if you're wondering where the connection is, let me tell you.
Yeah, there is none.
I can't provide it.
No. So basically, yeah, they did loan it out though. They were like, yeah, sure. But you have to keep it under lock and key 24/7. Like, it has to be guarded 24/7. You have to keep it in this locked case. You have to put in insurance. You have to take an insurance policy out on it. All of these like conditions that the Stampex had to meet. So they were like, yes, sure, incredible, whatever. To the side, they were like, there's stamps here that are worth way more than that trophy. We're not guarding it 24/7. Keep that in mind,
of course.
So.
Everyone knows stamps are a more lucrative business than trophies.
So. Honestly, though, like, they were right. The trophy was only worth £3,000, I think, at that point. And like there were stamps that were worth way more there because stamp people are, I can only assume, insane. So
for sure. All love to stamp people.
Yeah.
Stamps. No offense, but it's stamps. Like, love you so much.
It's a piece of paper. Sorry. It's a piece of paper that's like that big.
I will say though, some of the stamps that I got to send out like wedding invites, like there was one that was micro, it was like fucking micro, why am I
microchipped?
Microscope. It was like microscopic things. And it was really cool. And those were collectible cool stamps. There are cool stamps.
I'm not denying that
the worth of a stamp is.
But it's crazy to pay.
I'm sure there's much I don't know about what makes a stamp so interesting. So
I also actually don't.
I won't
know
bash the stamp people.
How much stamps are in general. I feel a bit like Robert California here.
They're kind of expensive for what you would think they are, which makes me think there must be something extra special about them. But then also things are expensive just because the government decides they should be expensive. So I think it
that's
depends.
A good point. So anyways, they trusted the stamp people.
Stamps. Anywho, stamps worth more than trophy. Bottom line.
For some reason, the
and
FA
don't
was
trust
like,
stamp people to guard a trophy.
For some reason, the FA was like, yeah, sure, we'll trust your stamp people to look after our trophy. So the this again, as I say, this article was insanely detailed. Yeah, Toby has something to say about it.
Toby hates stamps.
Toby does not like stamp people. So,
which is no offense to stamp people, because Toby doesn't like most people.
Yeah, Toby is very persnickety. In
his defense.
In particular. So,
especially if you're a man, he won't like you. He likes the girls.
Even though he himself is a man.
Well, that's why no one else is allowed to be a man.
Yeah, obviously.
Toby believes in the word alpha male. Unfortunately.
Truly he does, yes. So basically, the security officers that were supposed to be watching the cup slipped up. And on March 20th, 1966, 2 thieves broke into the Central Hall during the church service and broke the padlock on the case and stole the cup in broad daylight. And then the day, this is where it starts
in broad daylight?
Yeah, this is
where I'm sending you a picture
of
what Toby looks like having just barked and heard me talking shit.
He's like, pardon?
He's just staring
at me. Okay, mother.
I'm being glared at.
He said, you talked shit on me immediately after I just kept you safe. This is how you repay me?
He's not happy. Sorry. He won't stop looking at me. He's like, I'm hiding behind the screen. Literally. He's
what about
that exact face, and it's not budging. Okay.
Hide behind
I think he wants us to stop talking about him.
Yeah. So they broke in. They broke the padlock on the case. They took the trophy, and then the day after the cup was stolen, the chairman of the FA got a phone call about a package being delivered to Chelsea Football Club the next day that would be of great interest to him. The Scooby-Doo of it all is like very apparent through this whole story. It's really funny, actually. Shocker, it was a part of the cup. So it was like
part of it.
Yeah, I didn't really understand, but it was like
broke off pieces of the prom crown and tossed it
essentially
the crowd.
Yes.
Nice.
They like took out part of the lining that was in the cup, and then they sent it to the chairman of the FA in the mail. And there was also a ransom note.
He's headed back under the bed.
Oh gosh. He's back in his cave.
Yeah.
So there was also a ransom note in the package for £15,000. So they've kidnapped a trophy.
£15,000 for a trophy that's worth 3?
Uh-huh. It was insured for 30.
They should have stolen a stamp.
I know.
I guess they were guarding the stamps. They were guarding the stamps. They weren't guarding the trophy. Why did they want the trophy if they weren't going to guard it? Were they just like, just so we can say we have it at this? They wanted to bring the soccer people into the stamp world. They were trying to garner a new audience.
I think they wanted to diversify their audience and bring in more people and probably more ticket sales.
They said, listen, these stamp people are maybe a little weird. We should get some obnoxious soccer fans in here.
Yeah. We should definitely get the football base in here.
They're gonna start screaming their chants, but it's about stamps. All of the songs they sing in the stamps, they change them to be about stamps, and they go into stamp conventions and they sing their song. They do a fucking wave throughout the room.
At the stamp
They start holding stamp conventions in soccer stadiums.
Oh my god. They would too.
Behold. And then the chants start. Anyhow, sorry.
It's okay.
Stamps.
Basically, so there's a ransom note. These people are not professionals. They have stolen the trophy for £15,000. They want it back. Well, they will give it back for £15,000. There's a lot of messiness that goes on after this, and it's way too much.
What year is this again?
Podcast. 1966.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So the TLDR of this is that someone decided to put a guy named Charles Buggy on the case. His name is Detective Inspector Buggy.
Detective Inspector Buggy. That sounds like a cartoon about a ladybug detective.
I know. He had several confusing phone calls with the thieves where they didn't really get anywhere. And then he picked up one of the thieves who was supposedly going to take him to where the trophy was. But then the police van that was very obviously a police van kept following them around. So the guy who is obviously like freaked out because, again, not a professional thief in any way, was like, hey, I know that van. Twice. He said that twice. And he just like obviously got scared and tried to run away. And so then D.I. Buggy was like, oh, shit, I guess I have to get out and arrest him now because clearly he's done something wrong. So it turns out this guy who was arrested and tried to run away. Oh, and by the way, the ransom money that they had brought was not actually money. They had put money on top of the piles and then just put scrap paper on the bottom of the piles. So if not you looked any closer,
not only are the heisters a little dumb, so is Detective Investigator Buggy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Ladybug Investigator.
Seems as though Scotland Yard did not do their best work on this case, to be honest with you, because the police work and the thief work was like shocking. But it turns out that this guy that they've arrested was named Edward Betchley. And he said he was just the middleman. He was like, don't shoot the messenger, please. And they were like,
here.
Right. He goes, you know who you need to speak to is this guy that I only know as the Pole. So
Buggy and the Pole.
And the Pole.
Make that a movie. You've heard of Cheech and Chong. Now get ready for Buggy and Pole.
Buggy and the Pole.
I don't know why I chose Cheech. It's more like is it Starsky and Hutch?
Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. No.
I don't know why Cheech and Chong. They're just the duo that comes to mind. I feel like they would handle this similarly to Buggy and the Pole.
Yeah, honestly.
It seems.
So he got arrested.
Sure, yeah.
All that came of the ransom thing was that he got arrested. And that was the end of it. Like, they didn't find the trophy after he got arrested. They were like, whatever. So basically, that is until a week later. There's this guy named David Corbett. He lives in this neighborhood in South London called Beulah Hill. And he decided that he was going to go make a phone call. And he decided, okay, well, I might as well bring my dog Pickles with me. And Pickles,
everyone has fantastic names is what I'm learning.
I know. So this dog named Pickles.
It's a classic Buggy, Pole, and Pickles mess around.
It really is. So he basically was taking his dog out for a walk, and Pickles would not stop snuffling around this hedge that was sort of like blocked by a parked car. And so David Corbett was like, what the hell are you doing? And
did Pickles
it turns out his dog was his dog was snuffling around this package that was packed in newspaper and tied up real tight with string, and he opened it and then he immediately went to the police station. And he was like, oh shit, that's the World Cup.
So I found the World Cup.
Imagine walking into
so my dog Pickles found the World Cup.
Yeah. Imagine walking into the police station and being like, hey, so this guy down here, his name's Pickles. He found the World Cup that you guys were looking for.
So is there like a reward for that? Because instead of cash, he'll take treats.
Yeah. No, genuinely. So.
Oh, that's good. Shout out to Pickles for saving the World Cup.
Shout out to Pickles for finding the cup. So he found the cup, and then all was well, and England actually ended up winning that World Cup. Their only World Cup win. So wow, that's pretty cool.
And I like to think that was all due to Pickles.
And everyone else does as well, to be honest. And FIFA was very happy to have Pickles.
It is sticky. Sorry, I touched it.
Yeah, it's really sticky. Like a gross sticky, not a fun sticky.
Not a fun. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that anymore.
So yeah, that's the, first stealing was a happy ending. Mm-hmm. Now we'll get into the second one.
So, seems like it might not be a happy ending.
No. So this is a bit weird to me, but Jules Rimet said before he died that whoever won the World Cup 3 times first would get to keep it.
Like
I don't really know why.
Best 3 out of 5.
I guess. I don't know. Anyways, okay. So it did happen in 1970 that Brazil won the cup for the 3rd time. So they get to keep it. So it was given to the Brazilian Football Confederation, or the CBF, and in 1970, and it lived there in the CBF headquarters for 13 years until 1983, when a group of armed robbers broke into the headquarters in Rio de Janeiro and stole it.
Yikes.
The trophy was never seen again.
They didn't put Detective Buggy on the case?
No, weirdly, they did not fly him out to Brazil.
He did so good the first time.
I know. He did so good by, like, basically almost letting...
Maybe they would have found it if they called Detective Buggy. Maybe they should have called Pickles into the scene.
I do not think Pickles was still alive at this point, but yes, that would have been better, to be fair. But, so basically, the trophy, the police claimed that it had been melted down for gold bars. Like a week after it was stolen, they just basically gave up and were like, "Oh, it was melted down for gold bars."
Okay.
Which is weird, right? Because the trophy was just gold plated. It was actually made of silver.
So, yeah. So bullshit.
That theory doesn't really hold up. But so basically that's the end of the Jules Rimet trophy. We don't have it anymore. We will never have it again. But a fun fact about it is that we do actually have the base of the original trophy, because in 1954, West Germany won the cup, and they realized, very, very German thing of them to do, they realized that there wasn't enough room for the next cup winners after them. So they got a new base that was bigger so that there could be more names on the base. And FIFA actually ended up finding the original base in like a storage room somewhere. And so the original base of the Jules Rimet trophy is on display in the FIFA museum. But
where is the FIFA museum? I guess
I think there's different exhibitions. The headquarters is in Zurich. So I don't know where exactly the museum is, but it seemed like when I read the page that there was different locations for the museum.
Gotcha.
Or they do like exhibitions in different places. At the end of the day, don't go, because I don't actually think FIFA is an organization that's worth giving your money to. But that's by the by. They are very corrupt, and also the ticket. I don't know if you've heard about like the ticket price thing that happened this year. They basically have always made the World Cup quite accessible to people, to where you could get group game tickets for quite cheap. But this year, like, the cheapest group game ticket was like $500. So,
goddamn. Yeah, most of the discourse I've seen this year was like Europeans thinking that there's walkable cities in this country, as if that's something that we would think about. And they're like, we can just walk. And then I saw a video of a girl saying, it's happening. They're on the entrance ramp to the interstate right now. Like, they actually were trying to walk.
I mean, and bless them, but it's just not like someone renting an Airbnb.
They were like, you guys just don't know about walking distances. And we're like, no, the thing is that we can't know about it because we can't walk distances.
Yeah, like, that's the thing.
It's not an option here.
I remember, I have a personal experience with this. I remember when Oshin came to stay with my family for the first time, and he was like, what do you mean we're going to drive to the grocery store? It is a literal 5-minute walk away. And I was like, I don't think you understand. I was like, I don't think you really get what I'm putting down here. And then he came to St. Louis, and he was like, okay, I get it now. It's like, yeah, thank you. So, so this begs the question, all of this, there was a new trophy that needed to be made, both because the one was given to Brazil in 1980, and also because it got stolen. So there's that.
Right.
And there was a competition to design the new trophy. This is just some extra fun facts. There was a competition
I would have loved to have entered that competition.
Just been like, I want to put soccer balls.
The trophy should just be pickles. It should be a trophy of pickles.
Yeah. Just a dog. It should be a dog.
Yeah. I want to know what kind of dog Pickles was. But the trophy should honor the trophy should honor the real hero of the World Cup.
Yeah. Pickles.
He was a what?
He was a black and white collie mix. A border collie mix.
Wow.
He was very cute from all the pictures.
Cute dog. Cute dog, great name.
You know. But so basically the winning design for the current World Cup was an Italian sculptor named Silvio Gazzaniga, who had been working for the medal and trophy manufacturing company Stabilimento Artistico Bertoni, which is now GDE Bertoni, and he had been working there for like 20 years, so he was really way ahead of the game as far as designing trophies went. So now the trophy is a 35 centimeter or 13-inch tall hollow gold trophy. So it's not solid gold, because if it was, it would weigh 70 kilos, which is, think about 130 pounds, I want to say.
That's crazy.
It's really big. And so, yeah, it's a hollow gold trophy, and it has malachite embedded in the base. So
that's
it's like
sick.
It's green on the bottom, and then it's like it depicts two men holding up their hands in victory with a globe between them. Most importantly, for my reasons, it's not even a damn cup. So why it is the World Cup and it's not even a cup?
That's not a cup.
No, it's not a cup at all.
No, there's nothing cuppy about that.
No, which kind of bothers me. I won't lie.
Yeah. You can buy a World Cup for $8.98 at Walmart.
Yeah.
Cheaper than a live straw. Buy that and have that protect you from El Nino.
Just fight off El Nino with your World Cup.
Fight off El Nino with your World Cup.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
so,
there truly is nothing cuppy about that.
No. And also probably because of, Pickles and Co., etc., and the whole heist thing that used to go down with the World Cup, FIFA has decided that the winners of the World Cup do not get to take the prize with them. So they keep it in the FIFA headquarters in Zurich. And it only
they don't even give them like a replica. Like
they do. So yeah, they do get a gold-plated brass replica. Each winner gets it's made by the same company that made the actual World Cup. So it is like a very painstakingly exact copy of the actual World Cup.
Yeah.
But the actual World Cup stays under lock and key in the FIFA headquarters, and it only comes out for special occasions, and only certain people could touch it, including former World Cup winners.
Interesting.
But this year it was on tour with Coke. So with Coca-Cola.
With cocaine.
Obviously with Coca-Cola, not cocaine. So I don't know.
That's weird.
What
All
that
right.
says about FIFA, but
only certain people can touch it unless people have enough money, and then they can do whatever they want.
Exactly. So that's how the World Cup got stoled twice.
Wow, that was very interesting. I love a heist story, and one with great names. Shout out Pickles. Shout out Detective Buggy.
Detective
Never
Buggy.
gonna know.
Shout out to the pole.
Shout out to the pole. I forgot the pole's role in the story, but
he was supposedly like the master thief.
Oh yeah, really good at his job.
Was working for
Pickles found his hiding spot.
Oh, I never talked
which was
about
a bush.
That. Yeah, presumably, he whoever had the cup got scared whenever Betchley got arrested, and so they just dropped it in a hedge. I don't know. Clearly, the 15,000 pounds.
Isn't that kind of what happened with the Louvre heist?
Oh yeah, they did find
someone dropped something.
Yeah, they found some of the jewels.
It can only hold so much on a Lime scooter. So
I know, insane. They escaped on Lime scooters. Anyways,
I love a heist.
I do too. That's why I was so interested in this. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Thank you. That was good.
And it was timely and fun.
It was.
Because the World Cup's going on.
Indeed. Well, what do you have going on the rest of your day?
Well, it's almost 7 p.m. So...
Oh, sure. Your day's almost over, huh?
My day's almost over. Unfortunately, I do have to go to work tomorrow. Yeah. I think I'll make some din-dins and just chill. I think we might watch a movie.
Oh, fun.
Oh, look. You can see my little
I wish I could see your feet. It looks so weird seeing your face in the...
Anyways, yeah. So I'm just gonna watch a movie probably and hang out. And I need to wake up early tomorrow because I'm going to Madrid on Tuesday and I want to be tired tomorrow night. So
yeah, good call.
Going to Madrid on Tuesday at our train is at 6:30 in the morning. So
goddamn. I know, that's early. I'm trying to
scrunch out your hair.
Okay.
It looks nice.
Thank you.
What are you gonna do today?
Well, you know that bong I was painting?
Yes.
That from my birthday trip?
Uh-huh.
I'm still working on it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it's been several weeks. All I have left is my final layer of the blue. I have it right here because I've been working on it here. This is her.
Oh, wow.
So
that's beautiful.
This under part is what took all the... I have to go back over it. My goal is that when you look at it like that, it'll be blue and then it'll reveal the little colorful parts. But I need to go back over all of the blue to clean it up a bit.
Nice.
And
it's very pretty.
We'll see. So this is the pre-fire. Maybe next time I'll show you the post-fire.
Yeah, please do. That would be fun.
Because I think it only takes a week for them to do that.
Nice.
Yeah. Stoked to finally be almost done with it. And hopefully it doesn't turn out super lame. That would be a bummer.
It looks very cool now, so hopefully it will look equally as cool.
I think it just depends on what brush strokes do and don't show up post-fire. Because the color will change a lot. It'll get a lot darker. Anywho, I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to grocery shop. I also got a bunch of organizational kind of stuff, like boxes and bins and shit.
Wow.
We've been needing a place to put our potatoes and onions, so I got some little things for baskets for those. And then we have just one giant box under our bathroom sink that we just throw shit in, and it makes it all of our contact cases just of the refills for our contacts just loose in there. So I have to re-look up my prescription every time to know which one's mine and which one's Aiden's. Because I'm not going to remember.
Fair enough. We have separate bins, but we have the same
so now technique. We have what I got was there's 2 sets of a big bin and a smaller one, and they pull out drawers, and so we each get our own side.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do some organizing. Maybe
fun.
And some grocery shopping.
Love that.
And then I'm gonna paint this freaking bong.
Incredible. What a way to end us. All right. Yeah. Well, catch y'all on the flippity flap in a month.
In a month. Yep. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.